Yo, what's up, everybody? What up, dog? What up, dog? We got up here Leonidas Garcia, what's up? Elijah, what's up? Said, do Rush E, huh? What else we got up in the chat? Let's see about that. Let's see about that, dog. What else is up in the chat? What we got here tonight? He said, Yeepy. Yeepy? Leonidas. Yeepy? What that mean, dog? What that mean? Anyway, y'all ready to get this started, man? Y'all ready to get this started here? Cook up a beat from scratch and all that. I'm ready to make it happen. Let me see here. Yep. All right, come on, dog. Let's go. Let's start the show. Hit that like button on the video, y'all. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel as well if you haven't already. All right, what's up, Bunny? Welcome back. She said she's here in spirit. I know what that means. Elijah Wood got the eyeballs, the clouds, and the happy faces. Okay. Okay. Anyway, let's see. You say, oh, I didn't say I was gonna play that. What you talking about, dog? Leonidas, what you talking about? Let's see. What kind of song y'all want to make tonight, though? You know what? How about this? We'll start with drum packs, okay? So drop me some letters in the chat. Here y'all go. Go ahead and do that right there, all right? We're gonna make it happen. Elijah Wood said 1,490. What is this? What are these numbers? What are the numbers for, dog? What is all that? 20.0, 40 to 50. I don't know what that shit means. But yeah, put some letters of the alphabet in the chat so I can pick some drum packs, alright? That's how we do it. Put any letter of the alphabet you want to in the chat, alright? Yo, look at that glare. Y'all see that glare on the stream, man? This whole thing's glared out. This mug is glared out. Do y'all like it like that? Is it cool? Cause I'll leave it like that if y'all like that. But if not, man, I could fix that focus. I just noticed that shit too. It's like glared out. It's kind of cool looking though a little bit. You know what I mean? Elijah, there's a song called 1,490. Was that the whole title right there though? There's a song named that? Are you serious? Let me look this up. What are you talking about? 1,490. And what's the rest of it? It was a 20.00. And then 40 out of 40-50. No, that ain't nothing. That ain't nothing. What's up? This world needs a hero. Welcome back, man. Welcome back. Okay, you like the glare? It looks cool. It does look kind of cool. I just wanted to know if people was like, nah, it's bothering my eyes or some shit. You know what I'm saying? But it does look kind of tight. I've never seen it look like that before, so that's interesting. So let's see. Y'all got to put some letters in the chat, man. That's the only way we can do this. Y'all got to put letters of the alphabet in the chat. I know y'all hear what I'm saying. Y'all know what I'm saying. You know what? I'll pick one to start it off. All right? I'll pick one. I'll pick one. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. K. K from This World Needs a Hero. Okay, got you. Appreciate that. We got the K written down. What else we got? What else we working with? Let's check this out. We can make it be with that tempo. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Alright, we're gonna work it in one at a time, man. Alright. Cool, so far good. I can find a way to use that, for sure. Okay, there we go. There we go. What should we call this, y'all? Come up with a name for this track, all right? We got enough information. Yes, sir. All right, the first person in the chat with a name for the track is what we'll call it, all right? Who's gonna get the name, man? Who's gonna get it first? I take this. Get that cake back here in a second. Know what I'm saying? Not bad, man. We just did that within what, like 10 minutes, something like that? What y'all think, dog? Y'all digging it? I see y'all in the chat, man. Don't be shy. Let me know how y'all really feel, man. Oh, shit. Oh, it's gonna be good. Oh, man. This is sick. This is a good ass vibe, isn't it? Come on, this little fluttery one. You know what I'm trying to just mess around, man. I'm like, this will fit if I just play it like that. Yeah, I can do something with that. Says Final Fantasy Leisure vibes. Okay, I dig that. Appreciate that, man. I gotta say, I'm having a lot of fun making this one. What's up for you, Landon? What up, bro? You said dub reggae? What you mean? Alright, real quick. Let's go ahead and pick some other drum packs. I was trying to give y'all some time to, man, drop them letters in the chat. But I guess y'all forgot about that, huh? Here we go. I'll give y'all a reminder, man. And while y'all at it, like the video, sub to the channel. Alright? Hit them buttons, y'all. Let's make it happen. I'll give y'all a minute. All right, let's see. Appreciate the likes on the video, y'all. Okay, Travis got the letter C, literally. Appreciate that. We see the C when we come back, man. We see the C when we come back. Funny Lander said, what you say? He said, acai fruit from Silence the Name. Oh, call it acai fruit? Acai? That's what you want to call this? I'll name it that if that's what you mean. We got to make sure, though, bro. Got to make sure. Is that what you want to name the track? Now we got folks sitting way off in the back of the chat not typing. Bro done fell asleep, man. Bro done fell asleep. Funny Lander has fell asleep. Okay, well, we'll still honor it. I'm pretty sure that's what he meant, right? Acai fruit. So let's make it happen. Let's make it happen, dog. I'll play it in the background while we save the track because it's going to take a minute. I still don't get it. I still don't get it, but I like the name though, bro. Try something real quick. I like it better almost backwards. Almost. Actually, no, let's do this. Ooh, I'm gonna try that, bro. I'm gonna try that, Funny Lander. Oh, I'm tripping. Hold on, we gotta get the drum packs, dog. Hold on. My bad, y'all. Hold up. We gotta get the drum packs. We only got one drum pack so far. That was the one I kind of just picked at random. But it worked out because I picked the letter C, right? And we got We got K and C in the chat, all right? So I'll pick all K's, all C's. That's how we're gonna do it this stream, all right? That's how we gonna do it. We got a K up here. Yep, sure do. Going back through to the next one. We got 4 C's up in this one. 4 of them. Got violin solo. I think that'd be good too, man. A violin solo. We're gonna try it out. We're gonna try it out. Damn, we got hella C-packs. I just picked like 8 of them. Shit. That's crazy. Alright, we're good. We're good on the drum packs now. We got enough. I'm pretty sure we got like 10 of them. Alright, let's try this. Hey, thank you for your legend. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, everybody, what he said, dog. Share the live, man. Share the live. It's a vibe. There we go. Gotta save all them drum packs in, but in the meantime, y'all double tap that screen for me, alright? Like the video and sub to the channel. Okay, you trying to rap and all that? Trying to rap and sing? Okay, so I gotta automate this first, okay? Put my ass up here. Like that. I'm gonna hear this. There we go, perfect. Let's have the bass now, man. Let's do the bass. Alright, we'll try this. Let's try this out. Oh shit, that's too slow. That's cool, man. Cool. Want to use something else here as well, maybe some horns or something, but we're going to do the violins, alright? We're still going to do the violins. I didn't forget about that. I'm just getting more ideas as I go, you know? Let's see. What would that be? I don't know, we'll try this. Cool, man. Cool. I dig it. I dig it. Nice little beat from scratch, man. Just did that out of nowhere, dog. Not bad. What y'all think, though? Was that cool? Was that cool to y'all? It definitely has like multiple phases to it. You know what I'm saying? Like at the very beginning, we got this kind of vibe going on. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I dig that. I dig that. I don't know what y'all think because y'all sitting way in the back not type nothing. Well, I think that's pretty good, man. If y'all disagree, let me know in the chat. All right? Let me know about that. But yeah, in the meantime, y'all, double tap the screen for me, all right? Like the video, sub to the channel. Let's see. Y'all want to hear one more track? If y'all want to hear one more different track before we go and end the show, let me know in the chat, all right? Put the number 8 in the chat. Put the number 8 in the chat if y'all want another track. And after that, then, let me know if you want to make it from scratch or like a different beat. You know what I mean? We could do either or. It don't matter to me. I'll give y'all a minute. Okay, let's see. Appreciate the likes, y'all. Trevor said, yes, sir, fire beat. Thank you, man. Most definitely. I agree with that. Yeah, well, speaking of which, man, my homie right here makes music right here in the chat, the one y'all see. Haven Sonata, man, he's got some great music on his channel. But yo, Travis, hit me up on Messenger. Send me the link to your channels. All right, I'll post them both in the chat. Cause I'm pretty sure you got music on both of them, right? I know about the Teabag music channel, but the other one, I haven't been to Haven Sonata in a while. Actually, let me see. Was that the last one you uploaded? Last one you uploaded? Oh yeah, not in 3 years. The before that was 9 years. God dang. But yeah, link that to me. Send that to me in Messenger. I'll post it in the chat. We can do that. That's why not, man. Why not? Yo, we still got Travis in the chat, man. You still in there? By the way, put the number 8 in the chat, y'all. If you want to do this next track. Come on. All right. Okay, I got you. I got you. So you just sent it? Let me grab that. You said just uploading music to the T-Bag channel? Okay. Okay, that'll work. Let's see here. What is up? Alright. Y'all ready to get back to it, man? Let's see what we got next. Let's see here. This is the one we made, I think this afternoon. I think this is it.
We will look at the.
Oh shit. Yeah, but we made this one this afternoon. Earlier today. Or earlier yesterday, really. You know what I'm saying? Alright, I got that set up in the chat. Boom, there we go. Check out my bro's channel, man. Right there in the chat. Link to that is in the chat, y'all. Okay? He's over on the T-Bag Music. He's Haven Sonata in the chat. But his music channel is T-Bag. Alright? There y'all go. There y'all go. There y'all go. Alright, let's see. Let's see. I think, was this like a piano tune? Hold on, let's see. I made this earlier? Okay, yep. Yep. Like an adult swim bump? Yeah, bro. Thank you, man. So them J Dilla bumps. Okay, yeah, that boom bap. that's definitely a nice little simple track. You know what I'm saying? Very, very simple. Very straight to the point. And I'm sure I can always do more with it. That's why there's a lot of songs I haven't released yet, because you never know, man. I can go back to a song months later and find shit to add or correct or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's really crazy, but very soon, folks. Very soon. I know I've been saying it for a long time, but very soon you guys will start to see some of the stuff on the channel here. I'm not gonna say when, but just know it'll be soon. Okay? I gotta mix and master a lot of these different tracks, but some of these we gonna get out very, very soon. All right? Y'all ready for one more? Y'all want one more? Y'all want that same kind of vibe? I don't know what it is, but I've been like on a kind of a jazzy boom bap vibe lately. You know what I'm saying? A little bit, a little bit. What's up, yo? Tracks, Productions, boom bap for the MPC 37, yes sir. You wanna hear some of that? I think there's a boom bap track. I mean, the last one kind of was, you know. But yeah, y'all, in the meantime, man, double tap that screen for me, like the video, and sub to the channel, all right? If you see this button right here, man, that ain't good. You ain't supposed to see that button right there, dog, all right? Hit that button today and get out your way, okay? Let's get it, y'all. Yo, if we got any music makers in the chat, man, let me know. I'll go sub to y'all channel, all right? let's see. Trevor said, "Hey, I like it. Well, I like this. It got my mind going drift." There you go. I love that kind of feedback, man. I appreciate that, bro. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, usually, I'll put it this way. Usually, the tracks that I have a lot of fun making turn out to be pretty all right. You know, like there's some tracks that are frustrating for me to make, and they tend to be like okay, I guess, in some ways, because if I spend some time trying to correct it and fix things and make it sound good, then at least it'll sound halfway decent. But there's a lot of songs on here, man. I probably would never release, to be honest, just because they're just they're not good enough in my opinion. You know what I mean? But that one right there was pretty cool. I'll put that out. That one, the one we did earlier, and then I'll let you guys hear some of this. Okay, now this one has like a more of a cinematic vibe to it. All right, there's a more of a cinematic kind of jazzy boom bap beat. Okay. Let's see where we at with the likes. We got 9 likes on the video. Let's get to 10, y'all. Whoever just got here, man, double tap the screen. Go ahead and do that right quick while we load up this shit. Come on. All right, y'all ready, dog? Y'all ready? Put the number 8 in the chat. Damn, we got how many? We got 5 pages of tracks. Up to 74 patterns, bro. 74 patterns. This song could easily be, shit, I don't even know, maybe like a 10-minute song. I could turn this into a 10-minute song. And you'll see exactly why. You guys will see exactly why here in a second. But y'all ready for the next track, man? Put the number 8 in the chat. I'm gonna get some water while y'all do that. All right, I see that, Eddie. Appreciate you, bro. Everybody else sitting way in the back and chat, not typing nothing, man. Y'all just sitting way in the back, falling asleep and all that, you know. Click on the show and fall asleep. Isn't that crazy? Anyway, let's get it, y'all. Now, remember what I said about this. Remember what I told y'all. Keep that in mind while you listen to this, all right? Thank you, Yo Tracks. Appreciate that, man. hip hop vibes. I like that. I like that. Yeah, I never know what to call my music, man. I never know like what genre of music, that I'm making for. I'm just making like I reference the drums mostly. You know what I mean? Like usually whatever the drums sound like, I'm like, okay, this kind of track. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, I really don't even know. I just be making whatever sounds good to me. You know. Cool, man. Cool, cool, cool. Cool. Not bad. Not bad. Yeah, honestly, that's actually, aside from a few little things I want to change with it, as far as like the effects and filters on some of the percussion, I want to mix that a little bit better. Aside from that, that's actually one of my favorite tracks I made recently. You know what I'm saying? Like within the maybe what? I mean, the month just started, But if I classify this like at the end of May, I think I made this like on May 31st or something like that. We can say it's my favorite track of May. Okay, I think that's an easy way to put that. That is my favorite track of the month. But who knows? It might spill over into June. Who knows? Who knows? Travis says very atmospheric sounding, like I can visualize a man roaming around with vast space with nothing but structures from a forgotten time. I like that. I like that, man. Yeah, for me, whenever I think about the song, I see like somebody walking around kind of at nighttime or like when the sun's about to set. What do they call that? Twilight, you know? And it's like raining outside and it's like maybe like a fall day, you know what I'm saying? Autumn day. Maybe like, I don't know, August or September, something like that. That's the kind of vibe I get from that. I mean, August is still summertime, but you guys get what I'm saying. Like it's not cold outside, but it's not burning up hot. It's like kind of warm outside, and the sun is like behind the clouds. You guys know what I'm talking about? Whenever you see them days where it's got that like sepia tone look, where the skies ain't gray. They're not gray. They're more like kind of a yellowish, like a golden yellow brown kind of. You know. That's what I think about. That's how I see it. But I love how instrumental music is very open to interpretation because, you know, I listen to it and I think of that when I hear the song. My friend here in the chat thinks that, you know what I mean? And I think both of them are great, great analogies, great visualizations, you know what I'm saying? That's the best way to put that. What's up, Dante? What up, bro? He said I can visualize walking on the beach at night. Talking about with that last track? That's what you think of? Walking on the beach at night, okay. And then you kind of hear the sounds, almost sound like ocean waves a little bit. I dig it, bro. I dig it. I like that. Appreciate that. Yeah, well, thank you, Travis. Thank you, Dante. You know what I mean? I like y'all's, impression of the music. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Should I play this? Let's play a little bit of this. This is the kind of vibe I've been on. I think the month of June is like just a boom bap month for whatever reason, like a jazz June. We can call June Jazz June. How about that? I like that. I just thought of that. Jazz June, man. Then what would July be? Shit. Jungle July? How about that? Boy, I'm just full of ideas, man. We can do what's up, H1? Welcome back. Fellow Gemini in the chat. But yeah, we can do like the month of June will be yeah, okay, we'll do it like that. Yeah, jazz month for June, okay? And then July we'll do jungle cuz I never do drum and bass. I've only done recently really like 2 or 3 different tracks with the, kind of that drum and bass vibe, jungle, So we gonna call it that, man. That's how we gonna do it. I'm not gonna say every single day in the month of June and July I'm gonna make those kind of tracks, but I want that to kind of be the theme of the month. All right, y'all hold me to it, man. Hold me to it. 'Cause I just said it right now on the stream. You know what I mean? So let's make sure that we keep that in the realm of our minds. Dante said, waking up, getting ready to start my work day. Okay, that's what's up, bro. I appreciate you coming through the stream on your way to work. You know what I mean? I really appreciate that. July is your birthday month? Okay. So then you're either a Cancer or a Leo. That's what I'm thinking. Trevor said, I can definitely see you soundtracking some video games and music for A24 movies. Okay, I remember them. Yeah. That's what's up, dog. Thank you. That's really my goal. Like selling beats and stuff is cool, right? Don't get me wrong, I like doing that. But really, I always tell y'all, my ultimate goal is to get it into really movies and TV shows. That's really good. But video games would make me happy. You see my point? Like if I had music in video games, bro, I would be thoroughly excited about that. Straight up. That'd be tight as fuck. Cause I play games. Obviously, you guys see the controls here every day. I play games, so I like my games, man. Having some music in games, that shit would be, man, that'd be crazy. H1 say you have the liquid boom bap DNB style without doing it on purpose. For real? So what would be considered like liquid boom bap? I mean liquid boom bap DNB. I got a track. You know what? Hold on. Before I play this, y'all want to hear a song that's kind of like that? Some of y'all have never heard this before. Let's find it. Damn, I didn't know it was this far back. Good Lord. I know I made this in the month of May. It had to be. I'll search it up. Let's do that. And see, this track stands out so much in my mind that I know it by title. You know what I'm saying? Oops. There we go. So I made this mug on Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Mayo. Oh, I know, Dante. I gotta finish them first, man. I gotta just get them out. But you guys let me know in the comments of the videos, okay? Like whenever you watching the streams, after the replay or whatever. I don't know if you could do it during the stream, but you know, pick a song here and there that you're like, okay, this would be dope to hear in like full 3D basically. Because you guys listen to this through the phone, which is, you know, you guys get the idea of what the song sounds like, right? All the beats and all that. But it's not going to be quite the same as if I just took the whole song and uploaded it to the channel and you guys can hear it through your headphones, through your speakers or whatever. You know, you'll basically hear it the way I hear it. You get what I'm saying? That's how it would be. Let's see. Okay, Dante's a Cancer, I got you. H1 said, I think the many ambient layers you put into your tracks is reminiscent of it. Okay. Well, what you think about LTJ then? H1, you ever heard of them? LTJ Bookham or like Makoto? Anybody like that? Travis said, bro, you've been making these types of songs for years going back to FL Studios. I don't know what it is, man. I really can't classify my style of music because I just make so many different kinds, I guess. But, yeah, I don't know. My music isn't very straightforward. You know what I mean? Like, when you start to listen to a song that I've made, and this is a good and a bad thing, right? This is a good and a bad thing. But when you start to listen to a song that I made, it'll turn into something else. Right? It'll do that a lot. Like, not every song I make is like that, but a lot of them. A good majority. You know what I'm saying? No, it's Makoto and LTJ Bookham. They're both drum and bass people. Yup. Even shit. There's I don't know if it's one person or like a group, but comics. Or no, not comics. Japanese electronics. I think that's what they're called. Now they say I listen to it through my stereo soundbar system. There you go. Yeah, however y'all can hear this, man, you know, make it happen. But I will make it happen for y'all, where you guys get to hear the tracks in full 3D, okay? That'll be very soon, man. I got a lot of different songs to work on, so y'all let me know what you like the most, but for now, I'm going to play a little bit of this, okay? This might have a little bit of that drum and bass vibe a little bit, but it's different. It's different. You'll see what I'm talking about. You'll see what I'm talking about. Travis said I can hear your different influences for the most part. Okay, yep. Yeah, probably like STS9, Tycho, all them, Flying Lotus, was it Jazzanova? You know what I mean? Hence the name Artistanova, you know? H1 said, I was thinking about the Champloo beat you made and wanted to throw on a suggestion of muffled drums. Okay. He said something like Massive Attack. Yeah, dude, Massive Attack is good. Especially the biggest song they ever made, you know, the most popular song they ever made, Teardrop. That song was crazy to me. I know they got other good songs too, but Teardrop, that song is good. That's a good ass song. That shit went mainstream. Let's see, you said Angel. Okay, that song, Dirty and Wet Sounding, if you catch my drift. Yeah, I feel you. I know what you're talking about. Right, man, y'all ready for this track? Y'all ready for this track, dog? This one's gonna sound crazy, okay? It's got a lot of bass, a lot of, well, you'll see. You'll see. Put the number 8 in the chat, y'all, if y'all ready for this track, man. Put the number 8 in the chat. It's late in the mug, too. I'm up playing these, boy, I'm playing these beats for y'all, man. Double tap that screen, dog. Let's make it happen. Well, hold on. What? I appreciate the ATR. I see that, man. Thank you, thank you. We got 2 likes on the video since then, too. Shout out to y'all, man. But hold on, I was laughing because I saw Travis's comment. He said the new gen is calling drum and bass dream core. Are you serious? See, you know what? This is why we have so many genres of music, okay? Like, if y'all looked it up, actually, hold on. Without looking it up, all right, let's see y'all guess this. Just throw out any number you want to of your best guess of how many different music genres exist. I want to see what y'all say. I'm not going to give y'all no hints or nothing, man. Don't cheat. Don't look it up. Don't do that. Just immediately, right off the top of your head, put it in the chat. How many music genres do you think exist? Okay? In my opinion, there's no wrong answers because nobody fucking knows. I'll just say it that way. All right? Nobody knows. So there's no wrong answers to me. If anything, there's like an estimated number. That's the only hint I'll give you. Okay? Well, let's see what y'all say. Adrian said, I will check those cats out. I usually just Spotify my drum and bass playlist, etc. Yeah, I'm kind of like that with Pandora. That's how I discovered a lot of artists, man. A lot of people. Just by listening to Pandora and, like, you know, artists I already like. You know? Like STS9. Who else? I had a Flying Lotus channel for a while. I haven't heard Pandora in a minute, but yeah, for many years, like over a decade, bro, I was listening to Pandora on a regular basis, finding all types of artists. 1,000? That's a really good guess right there. That's a really good guess. Who else? We'll take a few more guesses before we continue. I want to see. Want to see what y'all think it may be. Yeah, Lotus, yep. Yep, I had a Lotus radio station, a Flying Lotus radio station, STS9. Oh, man, I can't think off the top of my head how many. I can pull this shit up, fuck it. I still got Pandora. I still got that one. Even though I haven't used this shit like over a year. It's been a minute. But yeah, put y'all guess, man. Put y'all guess in the chat. Some of y'all sitting way in the back not typing nothing, boy. And I know y'all ain't sleep. Okay, I got a Jazzanova station. Yep. Let's see. Jazzanova, STS9, drum and bass, Linkin Park, Cascade, Prefuse, Tears for Fears, 21 Pilots, Boards of Canada. Y'all see them, man. Big Gigantic, Tame Impala. Yep. Y'all see them. There goes Lotus. Yep. Y'all see him, man. Y'all see him. And I don't listen to all these people all the time. It's just, you know, there's some music I will hear here and there. Yeah, Rat-a-tat. Yeah, I forgot about them. Rat-a-tat, dog. Rat-a-tat got some good ass music too. And it's funny because the first time I ever heard of them, the only way I ever knew about them is because that Zune commercial. Y'all remember Zune? Y'all remember that shit? That was probably before some of y'all time, man. Some of you guys are still in diapers when that shit came out. Yep, big gigantic. All them people with like, well, Rat Tat ain't with them, but 1320 Records, STS9's record label. Yeah, they got a lot of good ass people over there. Warp Records people, Ghostly International, all them labels got some good ass people. But yeah, the Zune. Y'all remember the Zune? Anybody else in the chat remember the Zune? Let me ask y'all, what was the Zune? If you guys remember, what was the Zune? All right, I'll give y'all a hint. It had to do with music. It had to do with music. That's the only hint I'm giving y'all. What was the Zune? It's spelled Zune. Zune. Oh, and by the way, as far as the number of music genres go, y'all ain't got no more guesses before I tell y'all. Let's see. Let's see. Before we get back to the music, man, we have a little conversation. Some of y'all might be delayed on the stream too. Y'all rewound this mug. Y'all backed it up. As of right now, it's 4 minutes past the hour, okay? 4 minutes past the hour. So if y'all hear my voice any time past that, then you guys are delayed in the stream. But let's see. Yep, Microsoft answered to the iPod. Yep. H1 said, you remember the Zune? What was the Zune, H1? What was it? Little mini brick. Yeah, man. Yeah, basically it was like, like Travis said, Microsoft's iPod. I almost said iPad. But yep, basically a little MP3 player. And it really didn't do too good. I don't think it was a bad device. It just, you're competing with fucking Apple. And Apple really, let's keep it real, man. Apple may be hella expensive, right? They have some expensive ass products. Their computers, their phones, all that shit is expensive. But it's for a reason. Apple's products are like really good quality. You know what I mean? And I'm not an iPhone user. I'm not gonna use none of that shit. My lady got a Mac, she got an iPhone, I got Android. And PC, even though my PC's fucked up. But look, I will really keep it real, definitely keep it real, and say that Apple makes some really damn good products. Straight up. Yeah, Windows Phone, yeah, dude. The problem with that is, with the Windows Phone, I'm pretty sure when it came out, it had like that weird ass OS on it, that weird operating system. Basically, the one that I think Xbox One had, right? With the tiles and shit. It just was weird, It didn't feel as like user friendly. You know what I'm saying? So that was a bad user interface. Wasn't that good. Then they had the Google phone. They had a whole bunch of different kind of shit. There even was like a modular phone that they were trying to make. I forgot which company it was, but it was one of these companies that came out with a phone that you could piece together. You know what I'm saying? Like, so basically as time goes on, when different, components and pieces of it like get upgraded, in theory, you have your phone and you can like swap out the camera and shit. You know what I mean? Swap out the battery, swap out the screen, I guess. Shit like that. You said it had hella widgets? Yeah, it was just a widget ass phone, bro. That was a widget ass phone. Alright, look, who else we got in the chat? I know y'all dropped them 8s, but drop them again. Put them 8s in the chat real quick before I play this track. Was there anything else that we was trying to talk about? Okay, so yeah, the music genre. Dude, it's like, I think the number I saw, I could look it up right now, but I don't feel like it. But the number, y'all can look it up. But the number is estimated to be around like 2,000 something fucking different genres of music. Isn't that crazy? And then earlier you was talking about how they call it dreamcore, right? Dreamcore, is that what you said? They call it drum and bass dreamcore nowadays. So look at that. You got vaporwave, you got all this shit. Synthwave, chill hop. You know what I'm saying? Crazy. It's hella. It's hella though. Oh yeah, Huawei. Dope as fucking Samsung. See, Huawei's phones are really good too. A lot of them Chinese made stuff is it's not all bad. I'll just put it that way. But The only thing I don't like about it is the fact that it's made by them. You know, they have a lot of influence on these companies, man, and they basically over in China they basically run the companies. Like they have majority share of the companies. You know, majority influence, all that type of stuff. So it's a little iffy, man, a little dodgy with that, a little dodgy, a little dodgy. But yeah, Samsung is amazing. Samsung to me, ever since I started using smartphones, like back way back in like 2010 and 11. Let me see. I've had a few phones that weren't Samsung, but like literally every phone I've had, except for like the first one, was all Samsung. You know what I'm saying? Like every freaking smartphone I've owned since I started using these things has majorly. I'm getting tired of shit. It's been, I try to say majorly and majority of the time, but it's been mostly fucking Samsung phones and stuff. So yeah. Anyway, y'all ready, dog? Y'all ready? Let's get this going. I'm probably gonna have to go to sleep after this, but anyway, let's get it. Man, that's crazy, bro. I didn't even know that. iPhone don't play about that money, boy. Apple don't play about that money. Here we go. There we go. Did y'all dig that? Yep, you ain't got to worry about that with Android. Nope. Dante said that's why I have an Android phone. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, man. But I think that on that note, folks, it is time to go. It is time to end the show, okay? I'm tired, man. I gotta go to bed. But yeah. I'll be back later today or tomorrow, you know, depending on whatever time it is. Wherever y'all may be. H1, I appreciate you too, homie. Said, okay, dog, I sees you. Got the surfy waves. I like that. Okay. Got the surfing emojis in the chat. There we go. But yeah, like I said, I will be back at some point later, y'all. All right. But yeah, do me one last favor before we go, because it is time to end the show. Hit the like on the video on the way out for me. All right. Subscribe to the channel as well if you haven't already. Just, hit this button right here, folks. Hit that button right there, man. Hit that mug today and get it out your way. Okay? But yeah, whether I see y'all back later today or not, appreciate that Travis said, yes, sir, dope track. Shout out to you. But yeah, whether I see y'all back here later today or not, all right? Or tomorrow, whatever. I still hope you all, even the ones that just be sitting in the back of the chat not typing nothing, I hope everybody has a great rest of your morning, evening, noon, or night. All right? Whatever time it is, wherever y'all may be around the world, I appreciate all y'all once again. And until next time, y'all. Peace out.